Well, the walkway in front of my apartment was still a death trap this morning.
Oh, no.
I think you're not alone.
It has
You need to
been.
get some sand out there, girl.
Oh, you can see the salt. You can see the salt under the ice. You can see the salt
Yes.
on top of the ice. It gets on the bottom of your shoe, but one thing it's not doing is actually breaking through the ice.
There must be some sort of chemical reaction of if it's like a certain temperature, maybe the salt doesn't work as well. I would actually have to do some research about that. I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just refreezing. It's so
Yeah,
cold. You know
I know
what I
that
mean?
can happen
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you put down the salt, it melts the ice, and then it just refreezes over
So,
again.
still treacherous.
Still treacherous. There's not a big warm up in the 7-day forecast until we get to the middle of next week, though it may come with some wintry mix, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Snow totals from the storm that we saw yesterday. Areas of down east Maine saw the most snow. The highest total I could find was 7.5 inches in East Machias, 7 inches in Cooper and Goldsboro, 6.5 in Eastport, 5.7 inches in Lakeville. In general, the farther north and west you were, the less snow you saw. About 5 inches in Holton, 2.5 in Bangor, and just over an inch in Cape Elizabeth. So it's also been very cold to start the day. Our temperatures across the state right now, mostly in the single digits, but it's also a little bit breezy, which means our wind chills. Right now it feels like -21 in both Rangeley and Greenville, feels like -9 in Augusta and Rockland, feels like -11 right now in Calais. So because it's still going to be breezy this afternoon, our feels like temperatures are going to remain in the single digits or below zero for much of this afternoon. Therefore, the National Weather Service has issued a cold weather advisory for northern Maine and the mountains here, all of the areas shaded in this gray color, and that's in effect until today at 10 a.m. So the satellite and radar is much calmer today than it was yesterday. We do have mostly clear skies across the state, which is contributing to our colder temps this morning. So if you are going to be getting out and about, again, it might be a good day to bundle up. It will be mostly sunny this afternoon, high temperatures in the upper teens to low 20s, remaining chilly overnight too, and that chill will last into the weekend. So this afternoon, we might see a little bit more cloud cover pop up, but I still think it's going to be a mostly sunny day. And then tomorrow will be very similar to what it is today. It's going to be mostly sunny to partly cloudy. High temperatures only in the upper teens to low 20s. Feels like temperatures probably in the single digits. And then on Sunday, we'll have an area of low pressure that passes mostly to our south. The southern half of the state may see a couple of snow flurries, but we're not expecting a lot of accumulation there. And then as that system departs, it brings in even more Arctic air for the beginning of next week. So let's just summarize the weekend a touch. Partly cloudy during the day tomorrow with some flurries around on Sunday. Very cold for the weekend. High temperatures, upper teens, low 20s. The 7-day forecast is mostly quiet despite it being cold. Another clipper system will roll in Monday night into Tuesday morning, could bring a couple of snow showers. And then the larger system is a clipper that comes in on Wednesday. This one looks a little bit warmer, so we have a better chance of having some wintry mix or some ice associated with this clipper system here on Wednesday. So that's something that we'll continue to watch as we get into the weekend. And take a look at some of these temperatures. Here's our morning lows in areas away from the coastline, really for the next 4 to 5 days. Temperatures in the morning will be in the single digits or below zero, and our high temperatures are going to be cold too, about 15 degrees below average for this time of year, but there is a bit of a warm up that comes in a little bit later. So if you have been feeling a little bit frozen lately, in our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, we are looking for a switch into warmer than average temps. Marine forecast sees 3 to 8 feet, gale warning for those gusty winds off the coast. Mostly sunny and cold this afternoon, a touch breezy with winds out of the west and northwest about 25 to 30 miles per hour. Chilly throughout the weekend, a couple of flurries possible on Sunday. And then our next larger system that we're going to be watching is on Wednesday. That is sort of the beginning of our warm up, though there is a pretty big temperature difference between Monday and Tuesday, though. From teens to low 30s, still pretty chilly. We're getting into the upper 30s by the middle of next week, but it might have that wintry mix too.
We'll have to take what we can get.
I guess,
warm-up.
yeah. That's how
30s,
it works.
I guess I'll take it.
It's Maine.
Thank you, Dana.